Detective Jameson sat at his desk, staring at the stack of files in front of him. He was leading the investigation into a massive corruption scandal involving some of the highest-ranking government officials in Nigeria. The scandal had been uncovered by a brave whistleblower who had come forward with evidence of embezzlement, bribery, and money laundering. The whistleblower had revealed that a group of officials, led by the Minister of Finance, had been siphoning off billions of naira from the government's coffers. Detective Jameson's team had been working tirelessly to gather evidence and build a case against the perpetrators. They had made several arrests, including the Minister of Finance and several other high-ranking officials. But one person had managed to evade capture, the minister's deputy, a man named Mr. Kennedy. Jameson had received a tip that Kennedy was hiding in a luxurious mansion on the outskirts of Lagos. Jameson assembled a team of officers and set out to apprehend Kennedy. They arrived at the mansion and surrounded it, but Kennedy was nowhere to be found. Just as they were about to give up, one of the officers spotted Kennedy trying to sneak out of the mansion through a back door. They chased after him, but Kennedy was too quick. He jumped into a waiting car and sped away, leaving the officers in the dust. Jameson was furious. He had been so close to catching Kennedy, but now the man was gone, possibly forever. Days turned into weeks, and Jameson had almost given up hope of ever catching Kennedy. But then, one morning, he received a letter in the mail. It was addressed to him, and it had no return address. Jameson opened the letter and pulled out a stack of documents. As he began to read through them, his eyes widened in shock. The documents implicated some of the highest-ranking officials in the police department, including Jameson's own superiors. It was then that Jameson realized the truth. Kennedy was the whistleblower. He had been the one who had come forward with the evidences which had brought the corrupt officials to justice. Jameson felt a mix of emotions, shock, anger, and admiration. He couldn't believe that he had been so blind, that he had been chasing the wrong man all along. He looked at the documents again, and he knew that he had to act. He couldn't just sit back and do nothing, not now that he knew the truth. Jameson made a decision. He would take the documents to the press, and he would make sure that the corrupt officials were brought to justice. It wouldn't be easy, but he knew it was the right thing to do. As he walked out of his office, Jameson felt a sense of pride and purpose. He knew that he had a long and difficult road ahead of him, but he was ready for the challenge.